A very good day to Sir Abdul Rafil. We are from Group 14 for our course LPE. Today, we are going to record ourselves for group task, which we are going to present on technology. So I will introduce myself first. My name is Nitya Ganesh. My matrix number is 210665. Next, I'll pass on to my friend.
Okay, hello. My name is Muhammad Baharin bin Lakimo. My matrix number is 210662.
So hi, my name is Muhammad Arif Najmi Biadli and my matrix number is 210774.
Hi, my name is Sarvesh Kumar son of Vinod and my metric number is 208978.
And I'm last for Ibn Razman Muhammad Saleh. My metric number 208493.
So we are consist of 5 people in our group. As I told before, our theme today is on technology. Our main focus is on integration of technology in the classroom hinders a positive learning environment. We are going to discuss about our own perceptions on this statement. Firstly, I'll pass on to my friend to share his opinion on this quote.
Okay, I will be giving my point of view on the integration of technology in the classroom that hinders a positive learning on the environment. For me, I disagree with the statement because as we all know that technology plays a big part of role in the world where we live in today, and technology somehow relates to any type of sector. It doesn't matter if you are working or you're at school. However, in school, it is very important as today's students live in a technologically advanced environment, and majority of the students utilize technology on a regular basis, such as texting, social networking, web surfing, and these types of technologies are seen as a beneficial side for the students. Okay, why I disagree with this point is because technology is good for students as they can get to connect with people from all around the world, especially with other students. They can form a wonderful relationship with them as well as getting to know them better and their culture. Besides that, students can communicate and store their work more easily because of technology, and students may have developed posters or notes about their work together in the past when they work together. However, students can use technology to develop digital collections of research and ideas, as well as they can sketch or even write in the same program, resulting in fully collaborative documents and projects. Not only that, students can become more creative with the help of technology, and this is because the amount of information on the internet is limitless. Students who want to study about arts, music, videos, or almost anything else will find a wealth of materials in the internet these days. Any creative effort that a student is interested in can be aided by technology, and students can also use editing software to bring images to life and change them in new ways. As we all know, if kids have a say in what they create, technology can encourage rather than hinder their creativity. That's all from my part. I'll pass to my friend.
Hello. So I will giving my perspective according to the topic, but my perspective is different with the Sarvesh Kumar, which is for me the topic is hinders positive learning in distracting students. So why I said like that, because the smartphone have a bad reputation in the classroom and there have been strong cases for banning them in schools. Research suggests that during class time, when smartphone, 42% of the time that students spend on their smartphone in the classroom, it was to text, tweet, or otherwise engage in social media rather than the lesson. However, bans on devices such as smartphones are unlikely to work, as students will inevitably get around them. Also, such bans will be resented by students who consider the use of technology to be a matter of personal autonomy that should only be regulated when it distracts other students. While teachers can help students learn better self-control methods to help them to regulate their own use of devices. Research shows that better lesson plans that promote students' engagement have less of task use of technology. Therefore, the onus is on instructors to create engaging, inspiring, and stimulating lesson plans that incorporate technology. For example, smartphones can access educational apps that promote learning as well as time management. Many teachers incorporate digital platforms into lesson plans and find that using social media can actually keep students engaged and encourage classroom participation. Some teachers even create Twitter hashtag to encourage comments. As Savage has presented before, the technology actually can be used to supplement lesson plans with digital materials, including video, news stories, online discussion, and to encourage participation. But in order to achieve that, the students or the teachers must to be get creative. So that's all from my perspective. How about the others?
Okay. Uh, so for me, I'm quite disagree about technology can hinders uh, positive environment in class, because for me, technology can transform the classroom into an interactive learning environment in terms of improving engagement between teachers and students. When technology is integrated into lesson, students are expected to be more interested in the subjects that they are studying. Technology provides different opportunities to make learning more fun and enjoyable in terms of teaching same things in new ways. For example, teachers can deliver their teaching topics through gaming, or taking students on virtual field trips, like a video viral in TikTok during pandemic days, where Garrett Talcott, a teacher from Washington, taking his kindergarten student for a virtual trip to the zoo during the COVID-19. Uh, so, what is more, technology can encourage a more active participation in the learning process, which can be hard to achieve through a traditional lecturing environment. By using technology, students also can learn useful skills through technology. Uh, Students can gain the skills they will need to be successful in the future. Uh, Modern learning is about collaborating with others, solving complex problems, critical thinking, developing different forms of communication, and improving motivation and productivity. Technology can also help develop many practical skills, including creating presentations, learning to differentiate reliable from unreliable sources on the internet, maintaining proper online ethics in meetings, or uh, when they're writing emails. So these are very important skills that can be developed in the classroom, so that the students are prepared uh, when they when want to find a job. So that is my point of view in this topic. So how about you, Ibno? I mean, so how about you, Ganesh?
Okay, well, I have to say that I've seen things differently with Sarvesh and Muhammad Arif Nashmi. This is because, guys, don't be clever by knowing one side. Your assumptions could be wrong because even a 1 rupee coin has two sides. So, technology, I agree with this quote where technology that can hinder a positive classroom environment. Basically, this will lead to tech disparity. Tech disparity refers to how much access students have to necessary devices. The different access or the differences in access can be seen between school districts, with more affluent districts having greater resources, but it can also refer to differences among students in the same school, where the students from wealthier families having greater access, and for the poorest, they will just sit and watch. A recent survey indicates that while 84% of American teens have smartphone, the other 16% don't. Reaching out to that 16% is the goal. Tech disparity also refers to school policy making and tech management. For an example, the above survey also points out that while 3/4 of teachers working in wealthier districts felt that their schools provided adequate training, only half of the teachers in low income areas agree. Around 40% of teachers in economically disadvantaged areas saw their school as behind the curve in technology advancement. So this shows that technology in classroom will provide a negative environment between the wealthier students and between the poor students, where the wealthier students have access to their modern devices for their technological environment, for their technological education. At the same time, can you guys think about the poor students which who they can't afford to buy the modern devices to support their technology in their classroom? In my other point also, the cost of money using technology in class environment is also a main thing to be taken care of. Nothing in this world is free, obviously, and buying cutting edge electronics for a classroom is downright expensive. While there's no way to avoid spending money modernizing a classroom, it is at least possible to maximize the total cost of ownership by installing devices with longer lifespans and reduced maintenance. As you guys know, nowadays there are many kind of devices or many kind of modern technologies which the students will use for their technological education, as you guys say. When it comes to technological modification devices, some of them acquires or will go with higher lifespan, while some of them don't. Obviously, you guys can say that wealthier people will afford is wealthier people are more affordable for higher value and more expensive devices, where for the poor students or the uh, poor kind of family range of family, they don't have the affordable of money to buy more expensive and more higher lifespan expectancy devices. So by this, there will always become there will always have a negative environment between students when it comes to technology in their classroom. I think that's all from me. That's all from my point of view. I'll pass it to Ibn Rasman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ganesh. So I'm totally disagree for opinion from Bahrain and Ganesh, and because there's no way a strong proof that they show that the technology give hinders in the classroom. So in my opinion, nowadays the telecommunication and multimedia technologies are used globally, and this revolution has spread to all sectors in the all life society. So So firstly, what is important technology in the classroom is keeping the student engaged, which is a student with active engagement is a key part of a lesson plan. Whether students are working independently or collaboratively, technology engage students because it is interactive. My second opinion is important having technology in the classroom because it helps students with different learning styles. Not all students learn and retain information in the same way or at the same speed. In this context, technology is an opportunity for teachers to differentiate instruction, to modify information, or the appropriate learning capabilities of their student. So the use of technology can also allow students work at their own pace. After that, the use of ICT, that's mean technology, in teaching and learning, it also can be categorized as a tutorial, exploration, application, and communication. And lastly, for my point, is very important because it help ourselves student with the life skill, because technology has become its own form of literacy because of how often it is used everyday life. Many careers use at least you can expect in a day you will do a work in Microsoft Office, Google Drive, and so on. So this is a daily basic that we use in technology. Also balancing budget on the speed set and creating our creativity on the how we use the slideshow in PowerPoint, and we use the anything on technology that we use in the classroom. So what I can say, what I can conclude, the technology, what is development of the world of technology and telecommunication, as well in the Malaysia Multimedia Super Corridor MSC, it has placed the Malaysia in the global link between the developed country in the world. So that is my point for this topic and what is important, the technology in the classroom.
Right, Imno. That is a good opinion and perspective according to the topic. I kind of agree with you. So every one of us have gave their perspective according to the topic. I and Ganesh agreed that integration of technology in the classroom hinders a positive learning environment, while the rest disagree. In conclusion, I can say that the opinions of depends whether the technology in the classroom benefits or vice versa to them. Everything have the consequences, especially in this topic. In order for us to tackle the cons, we need to be creative and do some innovation with the way of the learning using the technology, especially the technology in learning. So that is the conclusion from us. Anyone to add on to the conclusion? So
Baring. Kau
I
lag lah tadi.
guess that's all. Yeah. So can I give conclusion again?
Sure.
Tengok line dulu. Kalau line okay, buat dah.
Alright. So sorry for the technical problem. We got internet connection problem. So I will giving my conclusion again. Everyone, as I said before, every one of us have gave their perspective according to the topic. I and Ganesh agree that integration of technology in the classroom hinders a positive learning environment, while the rest is disagree. I can say that this topic depends on the individual itself, whether the technology in the classroom bring benefits or vice versa to them. Actually, everything have both pros and cons, especially in this topic. And yeah, everything have consequences. So in order for us to tackle the cons, which is the negativity of this learning way, we need to be creative and do some innovation with the way of the learning using technology, such as we have presented before. So that's all from us. If somebody want to add on the conclusion, you can say it now. Otherwise, if not, so that's all from us. That is the conclusion and our discussion. Thank you everyone for giving the opinion and perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, guys.